The Trump administration's ground-shaking policy changes are stirring up Americans grappling with the aftermath. Tonight, we're looking into how some people on the Central Coast are planning to make their voices heard.
A day of action across the entire country with San Luis Obispo, one of the many cities taking part. I'm Dylan Foreman, your community reporter, and I spoke with organizers of the local Indivisible organization ahead of their hands-off event, and I also looked into the impact of the large expected crowds at the event.
So our theme is hands off the courts tomorrow, and we're going to basically form a human shield around the courts.
Organizer Deborah Barber estimates 3,000 to 5,000 people are expected to show up to the courthouse in protest of the current presidential administration and fears of judicial powers being chipped away. Barber says it's one of many issues that will be voiced in over 2,200 cities across the country Saturday afternoon.
Where people are coming out and voicing their concerns, which is their First Amendment right to do, but we know that the administration will pay attention to that and already has been.
Tally Krantz, a Cal Poly student officer with Cal Poly Democrats, will be in attendance, along with what she says will be a large student population that has become more active in this last election cycle.
We're expecting a lot of students to show up because this is an issue that a lot of students care about. Upholding the Constitution, and no one is above the law.
In conjunction with the City of SLO's Transportation, Parks and Recreation, and Police and Fire Departments, Indivisible SLO County received 2 permits, one to close a section of Monterey Street and another needed for events with more than 1,000 people.
Cities over 1,000 persons usually requires a little bit more public safety assistance within those ones.
Lieutenant Caleb Kemp with the San Luis Obispo Police Department told me in a statement that SLO PD will upstaff for the event and that their job is to, quote, make sure people can exercise their First Amendment right safely. Barbara reassures that despite the event's size, it's a space to be heard.
Room, there's going to be areas for people to congregate and to people to voice their concerns.
The hands-off event runs from noon to 1:30 p.m. Barber says there will be 8 speakers from across the county speaking on the importance of democracy and the role the judiciary system plays in it.
The transportation manager for the city of SLO tells me that this section of Monterey Street outside the courthouse between Santa Rosa Street and Los Osos Street will be closed for several hours and that drivers should expect detours during that time. In San Luis Obispo, I'm Dylan Foreman, KSBY News.